Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the graduating MPA class of 2012.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Lillian Mills. I am chair of the accounting department at the University of Texas at Austin. This afternoon, we celebrate the accomplishments of these students who have completed their MPA degree requirements. And it is a great pleasure to welcome to this ceremony the spouses, parents, relatives, and many friends and teachers of this graduating class. The Master of Professional Accounting has a rich history at Texas. The Texas MPA is celebrating its 64th anniversary this year, and the Department of Accounting is celebrating 100 years of excellence in accounting education. It was in 1912 that a Professor Spurgeon Bell stood before 20 accounting students in the very first accounting class here. And in the 100 years that have followed, this department has crafted a first-class professional education. Today, our programs are world-renowned with a solid record of achieving a #1 spot in many rankings, including this year again in the new U.S. News & World Report and in the Public Accounting Report. This is your legacy, and your actions to uphold it commence right now. The UT passing rate on the CPA exam has consistently been among the highest in the country. If you are still studying for the CPA exam, remember that your pass rate is part of this legacy. Study hard. Each year, we survey our graduates as they leave the program. This year, already 93% of you have accepted jobs or received offers of employment. Not surprisingly, most of you will start your careers in Texas. The remainder are scattered across the country from New York to California and worldwide. Among our graduates, more than 100 of you have studied abroad, giving you a concrete experience of our global economy. You learned in our Paris, Hong Kong, and Prague programs that the reputation of UT is known all around the world. And as your ethical and expert professional careers take you around the globe, you will build this worldwide reputation further. This reputation is your legacy. When you came here as a student, you became a member of our UT community. And now as you graduate, your relationship with us continues. You have an opportunity to reach your hand back to the alumni who lent their hands to you and generations of students. Here's how you can do this. First, keep in touch with us. For the many of you that are going to work in Texas, come visit often. Drop by our offices, speak in our classes, recruit the next class of students. If you're far away, make sure you're part of our MPA LinkedIn network and part of our Facebook, and that you follow our Twitter, and that by being connected, your personal connection strengthens this legacy. Second, support us financially. And a concrete way you can do that is just by participating at any level in annual giving. And if you do, that trumpets your pride in this degree, and knowing that you honor the MPA degree and continue to build that legacy. Today's ceremony is appropriately called a commencement. You are leaving the university for a beginning. I know I speak for the faculty when I say it has been a privilege to teach this great group of students. We wish all of you the very best as you carry our legacy into the next century, And I and the accounting faculty and the program staff congratulate you for these achievements. The eyes of Texas are upon you, and make no mistake, they are proud eyes indeed. It is now my pleasure to introduce Thomas Gilligan, the Centennial Chair in Business Leadership and the Dean at the McCombs School of Business. Dean Gilligan.
Well, congratulations, everybody. I just want to say what an honor and pleasure it is to be here today as you graduate with your MPA degrees. Also want to congratulate you for graduating from the most prestigious MPA program in the world. Notice I don't say one of the most prestigious programs in the world. It is the most prestigious program in the world, and you should be quite proud of your accomplishments in successfully navigating the program here. I think it's important to take stock of the elements that make this the most prestigious program in the world. I think first and foremost, we have a faculty that is unparalleled in the world in training accounting professionals. And I just want to thank them, both the faculty in the Department of Accounting, the faculty at McCombs, and the faculty at UT who have contributed to your education. So faculty, congratulations and thank you very much. I also want to thank our professional affiliates. We have some of the most dedicated accounting professionals in the world who take an active part in educating and promoting the interests of our students. Kathleen Farlow, who you'll see shortly, is exemplary of that group of people. We couldn't accomplish what we do for you as a faculty or a university without their input. So I want to thank the accounting professionals who are in the audience or those who hire our students or help train them to be successful in their professional pursuits. So Catherine, thank you. Lastly, I just want to give credit to the students. The students who are selected for the MPA program are amongst the best students anywhere in the world. They're amongst the best students at McCombs and at UT. You should take a great deal of pride in the effort and energies you expend in successfully completing your program. I also want to speak a bit to the integrity that you've demonstrated while here during the program, and that we hope you'll demonstrate out in the world. Integrity is something that will serve you well, not only while you're here, but throughout the rest of your careers as professional accountants. So please stay true to that. And again, congratulations for all the efforts and integrity you've shown while you were here at the McCombs School of Business. Well, it's now my great pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, Ms. Rosa Flores. Rose is a three-time graduate of the University of Texas. We appreciate all that tuition, Rosa. Thank you very much. She has a bachelor's in broadcast journalism, a bachelor's in business administration, and a master's in accounting. So she has been active as a TV journalist over the past few years and has contributed to news reports at the national, state, and local levels, having her reports appear on CNN, the Weather Channel, and CBS National Radio. Rosa is author of the book Progresso. It's a history about her hometown, more importantly addressed to motivational issues involving teenage girls. Around this book, she developed some talks and has made dozens of public speaking appearances at schools, juvenile centers, churches, and professional groups. Next June, she's going to participate in the 14th Annual Science Immersion Workshop for Journalists at the University of Rhode Island to up her credentials in environmental journalism. And we understand, Rose, you're going to take a new position in June in Baton Rouge as the anchor of the 4 o'clock news in Baton Rouge. So that deserves a great deal of congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Rosa Flores.
Thank you, Dean Gilligan, and thank you guys for being here today. It is such an honor for me to be back here at the 40 Acres, and I want to thank everyone for inviting me and for having me back. It's really an honor for me to be here. So I'd like to thank the faculty, Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, parents, and especially the graduates for being here today. You know, I was sitting where you are not too long ago. I had taken all 4 parts of the CPA exam and had a job lined up with a Big 4 firm, like they were mentioning, It's one of those great things, one of those great feelings that you get when you have everything kind of just lined up for you. Well, that was about a decade ago, and like Dean Gilligan mentioned, today I'm actually a television news anchor and a television news reporter. That's quite the change. Can any of you guys imagine doing that after graduation? That's a little different. So that got me to thinking, I wonder how many of you are actually going to pursue something in accounting or do something crazy like I do now and report the news from all over. So I came up with a very unscientific experiment. I posted something on Facebook, like most of us do on a regular day. And I asked my Facebook friends, which include people that I know, that know me, my friends, and viewers that really don't know anything about me other than what they watch on television. And I posted, so why is Rosa not an accountant anymore? And I came up with a top 10 list. So keep a close ear. Listen, students, to see if some of these things that I'm going to mention fit your profile, and parents, keep a close ear, because that could mean an interesting transition for you as well. It could mean more degrees and more money for the University of Texas at Austin. So here's the list. At number 10, a viewer actually posted and said, start with number 9 so you show that you really don't know how to count. At number 9, macroeconomics and cost analysis put you to sleep. Students, graduates. At number 8, what starts at UT can not only go anywhere, but everywhere. I like that one. That was a really good one. It's very positive. At number 7, as an accountant, you wouldn't be able to say, Rosa Flores reporting. At number 6, you wanted a life. At number 5, you convinced your intellectual property law professor at UT that your final technical paper could be in prose, more like a novel, and you got an A on the paper. That's actually a true story. At number 4, you were part of a comedy troupe, which I was while I was at UT. So graduates, any one of you? Raise your hand for that one. At number 3, all of your college roommates were broadcast journalists. Crazy. That's a crazy one, because some of my broadcast journalist roommates when I was in the business school are not in broadcast, and I am. Crazy thing. At number 2, you played jokes on a tax partner in a Big 4 firm. That's a true story as well. And at number 1, you wanted to work nights, weekends, mornings, and holidays for half the pay, which is also a true story. Again, parents, that's for you. You might want to listen up. Might be a little worried for some of your graduates if you identified with at least 5 of those on the top 10 list. You know, I didn't realize that journalists made that little money until I actually was getting ready to get my first job, and someone said, you know, when you get your first job as a journalist, a lot of the times you qualify for food stamps. At that point, I didn't need an accounting background to know that I might be in trouble. But everything worked out because, you know, I really wasn't focusing on how much money I was going to make. I was kind of following a dream. So how do you go from accounting to reporting? It's a long way to go. So I came up with 3 quotes that I'll tell you all the story. And I start with the first one from one of my accounting professors. And I'm very curious to see if you got the same advice that I did, graduates. That quote was, go for the sexy accounting assignments. Did you get that advice? No? The professor might not be here. Well, I was very curious as to what that meant. What is a sexy accounting assignment? I don't know what that is, but I did know that if I was going to do anything accounting, I needed to be a CPA, right? So I thought, you know, to prepare for the sexy accounting assignments, I must be a CPA. So like most of you, I started studying for the CPA, and I also did a little bit of research about the national passing rate. And at that point in time, it was about 11%. So at that point, I got a little worried. I thought I might need a little divine intervention. So I actually made a promise that if I passed the CPA exam, I'd deliver food and clothing to indigent people in Mexico. And so I studied, and I also saved money while I was doing this. And, you know, sat for the CPA exam, waited for my results, and actually after sitting for the 16-hour test, I got sick for a week because I studied that much and was praying as well because I really wanted to pass this test, help the numbers for, you know, all UT grads. And when I got my results, what do you think happened? I actually passed all 4 parts on the first try. So I packed my bags and I headed to the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas. That's where I'm from, in a tiny town called Progreso. Anybody from the Rio Grande Valley here? Tiny town in the Rio Grande Valley called Progreso. Like the soup, except you spell it with 1 S, not 2 S's. And so I bought food, clothing, and headed down into Mexico to deliver on my promise. And that's really where everything changed for me. I met men, women, and children who hadn't eaten for days. I met others who had walked from Guatemala all the way through Mexico and thought that they had a shot at the American dream because they could see the United States across the Rio Grande River. But it was the story of a little boy that really, really changed my life forever. It changed me, it changed my life, and it also changed my career. I was passing out toys to children, and I was passing out groceries to mothers, so I had 2 lines going. And a little boy told me, you know, I don't want the toys. I'd rather have the food because my mother is bedridden, and she can't come to grab the bag of groceries. Let me tell you that that absolutely broke my heart. I didn't know it at that time, but I knew that I had to do something different, and I didn't know what that was. But I already had everything lined up in accounting. I had a job with a Big 4 firm. I had passed the CPA exam, which is what I thought I needed to do. And yet, I was facing this that was a lot bigger than I was. So I took the job. I worked for KPMG for 2 years here in the tax office. And while I was doing that, I was seeking direction. That's why I played the joke on the tax partner, by the way. And I was working as an accountant, and I applied for a lot of different jobs in schools and nonprofit organizations. And I really thought, you know, I need to help children. That's what I need to do. And all the doors just closed. And nothing really opened for me. And I volunteered so much, actually. I got KPMG's National Award for Community Service. And, you know, that was an amazing thing. And I thought, you know, maybe I do see in accounting, maybe I don't. But that's when I realized that it was the stories of those people that had impacted me so much. So today, I tell stories for a living. I look for those stories where I can give a voice to the voiceless, where I can impact the lives of people. And I always remember about the lives of those people that I met in a tiny town in Mexico. And so when I think of going for the sexy accounting assignments, now I know for me it was a way to say, go for your dreams, go for what you love. And in my case, accounting is a great background to have, and I continue to go for those sexy accounting assignments, and I'll explain that in a moment, because I want to go to my second quote, which is, honey, it's too complicated. So this is very interesting because my first job as a television reporter was in Oklahoma City. I worked for KWTV. I was the CBS affiliate in Oklahoma City. And so I started covering what every reporter starts covering there. You cover snowstorms, tornadoes, murders, everything imaginable. You guys watch it on television, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I never forgot the advice from my accounting professor, and I, of course, never forgot my accounting background. And so in this new profession that I was in, I thought, what is a sexy accounting assignment when you're a journalist? Well, I was in the state capitol, so I asked for an electronic copy of the state budget. I thought, why not? I can take a glance at that, see what happens. Well, first, I didn't get a response from the state budget office. Then, when I did get a response, they said something like, "Oh, honey, it's too complicated." And I said, no, really, I'd really like an electronic copy of the state budget. Well, public officials, I realize now, really don't think that journalists can add or subtract. So they really, don't have a lot of respect for us when it comes to accounting or math or anything that involves numbers. So I kept bugging them. I said, no, really, I really would like an electronic copy of the state budget. So I think they got so fed up with me that they gave me a paper copy of the state budget. So you can already imagine, it's a pretty thick document. So guess what I did? I know how to input stuff on Excel. I entered the entire state budget on Excel line by line and found that it actually didn't balance by $5 million. So I picked up the phone, dialed, and said, "This is Rosa Flores with KWTV." And the first thing that came out of their mouths, of course, was again, "Oh, honey." And I didn't let them finish that comment, and I said, "Don't honey me. The budget is off by $5 million. What they didn't know was that I had graduated from the #1 accounting program in the nation, and that I knew how to add and subtract. So remember, go for the sexy accounting assignments, and don't let anyone tell you, honey, it's too complicated. And then the last quote is, "You're this close." Now, this quote is from one of my high school teachers. I attended Progreso High School in the Rio Grande Valley in the tiny town of Progreso. And when I was a sophomore in high school, they were experimenting with a new curriculum for gifted and talented students. And at first, it kind of looked like the regular gifted and talented programs where, they choose a couple of students and then they test you and they ask you questions like, you're stuck in an island and you're needing to get rescued, what do you do, type of thing. So they selected about 10 of us, and I was one of those students. And what was different about this program was that we taught ourselves. Our teachers were kind of just there to supervise, but we taught ourselves, and the rest of the students were kind of not part of our class. We had our own little class going. And so we decided what our final projects were, and we told our teachers what our final projects were going to be, and then our teachers would just, they would grade us on what these projects were. So we did plays, for example. We transformed, like this gym, we would transform a classroom or a gym into an ancient civilization, for example. But when it came to math, it was a little difficult to do that. So we would teach each other, and then our teacher would supervise. And so as we're teaching each other and doing this, we'd go to our teacher and say, "Okay, so how are we doing?" And he'd always say, "Oh," in pre-cal, he would say, "Oh, you're this close, keep trying." And so we would go back, kind of rework everything, reteach each other, and then show them again and say, "Okay, you're this close. Keep working on it. You're just this close." And I remember that by the time we actually got the answer correct, we were way off when we first started, but his words were always, "You're this close." And now I apply that to everything that I do because I have a lot of goals. I'm always working on different projects. And sometimes I start doing projects or working towards goals that I have no idea, the industry or what I'm looking at, but I always go back to that. You're this close. And you really are this close whenever you're actively working on something. And so, again, graduates, those 3 quotes is what I want to leave you with. Go for the sexy accounting assignments, which means go for your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you, honey, it's too complicated, because this program has prepared you to do anything that you want. You could be a television reporter like I am. And no matter what, always remember that if you're trying and you're going for something, so long as you keep trying, you will always be this close. Hook 'em horns. Good luck.
Rosa, thank you so much for sharing your dreams and your experience with us. It is my pleasure now to introduce the group providing our music this afternoon, the Longhorn Ceremonial Brass. And it's our tradition to reflect while we listen to their excellent music. And today, they are playing for us My Spirit Be Joyful by Johann Sebastian Bach. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Professor Stephen Limburg. Professor Limburg is the PricewaterhouseCoopers Professor of Accounting and the Faculty Director of the MPA program. Steve?
Commencement is a time for celebration, recognition, and commendation. At this stage of the ceremony, we would like to recognize some of our outstanding graduates. The CPA Accounting Education Foundation sponsors an award for an MPA student who has demonstrated outstanding accounting knowledge. This year, the Accounting Education Foundation Award goes to, and this is unbeknown to the recipients, I'll pause here for a little dramatic effect. Award goes to Andonis Kartapanis. Andonis, come on up, please. Congratulations, Andonis. The Federation of Schools of Accountancy sponsors an award for an MPA student who has excelled academically and shows promise as an outstanding professional. This year, the recipient of this award is Natalie Juliet Vesti. Natalie, please come up. Two traditional MPA students who are graduating, Erin Parceau and Samantha Raby, will now present the Master in Professional Accounting Program Outstanding Traditional Student Award. Erin and Samantha.
Each year, the MPA Council acknowledges a member of the traditional MPA class who has made an outstanding contribution to our program through personal character, class spirit, and campus involvement.
Today, we are pleased to give the Outstanding Traditional MPA Award to a classmate who was described as cheerful, friendly, mature, a good team player, intelligent, seriously committed to accounting, and a pleasure to have in class. According to some, he is a bit of a night owl, staying up until 4 a.m. to be available to help out classmates by answering their questions about intermediate accounting. This year's winner is the man who has brought laughter into the classrooms of McCombs and shown us an example of the group benefits which accrue when members have a consistently warm, friendly, and open attitude.
The Outstanding Traditional MPA Award goes to Derek Hu.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Two integrated MPA students who are graduating, Helen Foe and Malik Khan, will now present the Master in Professional Accounting Program Outstanding Professor Award. Helen and Malik.
Thank you, Professor Limburg. Thank you, staff. We would like to start off by congratulating everyone here and all the students and all the parents on a job well done in one of the best programs in the nation.
At some point or another, we have felt overwhelmed with some of our classes, but we have always had great support from the MPA faculty and staff.
One such faculty member is recognized as an outstanding professor by the 2012 graduating class.
We can all agree that this year's recipient is passionate and enthusiastic about the subject she teaches.
One student said she had such an upbeat and friendly personality which makes her want to learn more about accounting.
Another one commented, her contribution is outstanding because she brings difficult information to the classroom and challenges students to learn it all.
In her class, she has always made the effort to make the subject matter engaging and relevant to the students. I personally could not have passed the financial portion of the CPA without taking her class.
She was hands down the best professor I had in college, period.
And today we are honored to have the privilege of presenting the Outstanding Professor Award to Dr. Lisa Kuntz.
Dr. Kuntz is unfortunately unable to be here today, so we gladly accept the award on her behalf. All right. Good job.
Thank you. This year is the first year that we have given the MPA Outstanding Leadership Award. This award recognizes an MPA student who demonstrates meritorious leadership and service that not only advances the cause of the MPA student body, but the mission of the MPA program. This year's award goes to Paul Nabhan. Paul has demonstrated meritorious service as president of the Master in Professional Accounting Council and career consultant assistant in the MPA program office. Paul. Yes. We have a Texas-size award here for Paul.
Congratulations to all the award recipients. I would say for our colleague Lisa Kuntz, she is at the Journal of Accounting Research Conference, and this fabulous educator is among our most distinguished research professors. She serves with the Financial Accounting Standards Board Research Initiative, and as you graduate, continue to follow her work because she has a lot of impact on standard setting and on the profession. So we faculty also applaud her accomplishments. And now we will present the McCombs Accounting Program Texas Star Award. This award is given annually to a friend of our department and our programs in recognition of his or her continuing support over a sustained period of years. And today's honoree joins a distinguished group of prior Texas stars. I am very pleased to announce that this year's recipient is our own MPA alumna, Kathleen Farlow. And Kathleen, will you join me up here? I want to talk about Kathleen, but I wanted her here while I talk. So Kathleen and I are contemporaries, so I didn't have the pleasure of teaching her, but Steve Limburg says she was always a star. In the year she graduated, 83, more students went to Deloitte that year to join her as a young staff at Deloitte. And one of the things that has distinguished her as the relationship partner for Deloitte at University of Texas is that Deloitte hires more students under her watch from the University of Texas at Austin than any other school in the country. So I'm just going to mention a few things. I became department chair a year ago. It's an overwhelming job. The first call I got was from Kathleen saying, "How can I help? I am behind you 100%. Dean Gilligan says hers is one of the phone numbers he has hidden on the sliding drawer of his desk of who we need to call. We call Kathleen. So she serves not only on our Accounting Advisory Council, but as a rising member of the Dean's Advisory Council. While Kathleen has been the relationship partner, Deloitte became the winner of our Corporate Recognition Award at the McCombs School. They donated $500,000 to an ethics project that launched with a big conference and online resources in the past year. So it's not only her constant devotion to the accounting department, helping us celebrate our centennial, donating personally at a very generous level, but also bringing more woven connections between the accounting department and the Energy Center and the Dean's Office and ethics. And I can't think of an important initiative in the McCombs School or in the accounting department that Kathleen Farlow does not help to strengthen, nurture, cheerlead, and support in all ways possible. So I can't imagine a better star in our centennial year than Kathleen Farlow of Deloitte.
Thank you.
Let's hold it.
I want to thank every single member of the faculty, not only for recognizing me with this award, but also giving me the foundation for everything that's been great in my life. And I hope that each one of you, it's a foundation for your family, your professional careers, just your personal happiness. And I'm quite the opposite of Rosa. in more ways than one. You can see that as we sit next to one another. But I've been in public accounting now for 29 years. And you are starting off in a journey that will just bring you all sorts of wonderful things. And you started that here in that foundation that you have here from the University of Texas. I want each one of you to pause with pride. Congratulations, celebrate, go forth and be happy accountants, and maybe some other things. But we are so proud of everything that you've accomplished. And don't forget the foundation, give back. The foundation you have here at the University of Texas, they really do mean that they want you to help them and take care of future generations of students. It's not just about reputation. It's about what you've been given and what you can go forward and do with it. So go forth. Take care.
Congratulations, Kathleen. You know, it's been a privilege to know you for, well, shall I say, almost 30 years. So, each year at MPA Commencement, representatives from the MPA graduating class address the Assembly. This year, the graduating student speakers are Paul Nabhan and Ian Duncan Rathmel. Paul is starting with the Governmental Accounting Standards Board in July as a postgraduate technical assistant. After completing a one-year rotation, he will join Deloitte in its assurance function. His track is financial reporting and assurance. Paul is the president of the MPA Council, a member of Beta Alpha Psi, and a longtime member of the UT University Orchestra. Ian is starting his full-time position at the end of August after studying this summer abroad in France through the accounting program. Ian will start as an associate at Dimensional Fund Advisors here in Austin at their headquarters. Dimensional Fund Advisors is an investment firm that manages assets for institutional investors and for mutual fund clients. The board of directors include an array of well-known researchers and professors, including Eugene Fama. Ian's track is financial reporting and assurance. Paul and Ian, you want to join me up here?
Good afternoon. We all have that really, really awkward moment when we first step foot in Austin at UT. So for whatever reason compelled me, I guess I will reminisce about mine. I remember the first time I stepped foot onto the UT campus several years ago. It was in June during orientation, and it was extremely hot. And I was so lost, literally. My roommate at the time was showing me around campus. After several hours of walking around, we decided to head back to Jester, and I happily walked in the wrong direction. He quickly corrected me and, with a hint of exasperation, advised me, whenever you get lost, Just look for the tower to find your way home. To which I responded, "What tower?" He merely returned a look of frustration, one that we would both repeat many times while Greg Davis was offensive coordinator. Nothing like a screen pass on 3rd down and 20 yards to go. Needless to say, this was an embarrassing and sobering moment for me. I left high school knowing it all and ready to conquer the world, but realized quickly that I could not have even survived orientation on my own. August came around soon, though, and like all of us, I began to attend classes, lectures, and yes, you guessed it, football games. Over the past several years, we have been witnesses to many events in our world. We have witnessed the election of a new president, an election where we were finally able to vote. We have witnessed a credit collapse. We have witnessed a budget crisis. And yet, we knew that this was the world in which we were about to be unleashed in only a matter of years. My own eyes slowly began to open. Suddenly, the age-old promise of the future being ours seemed to be less of a gift and more of a threat. In our classes, we learned about commerce, economics, and ethics. We learned about cultures, religions, and traditions. We learned about integrity, honesty, and freedom. We learned about principles to apply to a real world, a cold, rigid, and harsh world that was awaiting us. But today we reach a crossing where we have the chance to mold and shape this world. If what starts here changes the world, then we have a daunting task and great expectations laid upon us. Yet, it is ours to embrace. As we embark with our degrees today, it is important to consider what we are receiving. For what does a degree truly guarantee? Success? Happiness? Employment? Our degrees are invaluable, our quintessential defense. Our greatest safeguard is that we are able to read, write, and reason, the ability to create. It is a shield against manipulation, cajolery, and temptation. It is our sword against evil and tyranny. It is our shofar to signal a just cause and to alert those who remain unarmed. As we see the uncertainties that abound the world we enter, we know that we come from an outstanding university and will attain careers in influential positions. It is with this outlook that we know we will have the opportunity to shape the world for other students one day. And it is with this understanding that we are aware that we undertake great expectations. We sing, "The eyes of Texas are upon you," frequently, but today, for the last time, it is being sung to us. We have the expectations that we, with what we have learned at the University of Texas, will continue to strive for the higher ideal to hopefully leave the world better for the next generation, as the past generation strive to leave it better for us. Many years from now, we will look upon this day not as an ending, but as the beginning of the time we were unleashed into the chaotic world we inherited. Many years from now, we will look upon this day as the start of our lives as true contributors to the communities that surround us, contributing in our thoughts, our words, and most importantly, our actions. Many years from now, we will look upon this day as the moment in which we embarked upon a journey in which we examined the lessons of the past and sought to correct them as we emblazed a new path. Many years from now, we will look upon this day and recall the many ways each of us has individually shaped each other's lives to give us the new perspective with which we approach our next challenges. I have by no means cemented my own destiny, but what is for certain is that I am no longer lost as I was graduating from high school years ago. What we have learned over the past several years has given us a clear sense of direction, and in acting upon the lessons we learned, we, as a class, can be trusted to lead the world into the next era. John Wooden once said, "Little things make big things happen," and I am a firm believer in that statement. All of our actions, no matter if seemingly small and inconsequential, accumulate and send the greater message to those around us. Thus, as we leave today, we go with confidence and a charge to continue to use our work to be helpful to everyone around us. These are the responsibilities that our education now endows us, that we actively set the example using what we have learned from our experiences here to ensure that the next generation inherits a paradise of integrity, trust, and freedom, that our contributions do, in fact, make a difference and matter, and that we have the opportunity, as a class united, to guarantee that the world will be ready to be inherited many years from now in better shape than we received it. So I ask you, if what starts here truly changes the world, what are we waiting for? More so, how do we go about achieving that end? How do we transcend from being a part of a top program today into being the best professionals we can possibly be tomorrow?
The question Paul just asked is one that I've thought about many times these past few years. Honestly, it makes me a bit nervous to think about how I'm going to reach those expectations. I won't have the direct resources I've had here at UT, including my professors, my TAs, the MPA staff, and even the Reliant study rooms, to take a quick power nap. What I will have, however, is a wonderful resource, all of you, the brilliant achieving graduates in front of me today. Sonny Brantner, a partner at Deloitte, spoke to our management and audit control class this last semester. At the end of his presentation, he asked, "What do you think makes this program the #1 program in the nation?" Everyone had good responses, but out of fear of sounding too conceited, I did not volunteer my own. My response? That it is us, the students, that make this program the #1 program in the nation. I'm not speaking in the statistical sense. I don't believe it's because we get top scores on the CPA or have an amazing out-of-graduation employment. I think it is the bond, the passion, and the continual devotion that we have for the program and each other that keeps this at the top ranking. And once we walk across the stage, it is our duty as alumni to keep this going. Yes, we will give back to the program, both with our time and, on occasion, our money. But what I'm advocating this afternoon is that what we need to keep going is actually us, our network. It's not going to be easy. From here, we are going to be dispersed across the globe, everywhere from Beijing to Beverly Hills. It will be easy, even natural, to lose touch with each other, those friends that we've gotten so close with. But that will be disservice to us. From my perspective, it is you, the people around me, who have helped me grow in every sense possible. I've had peers push me academically, spiritually, and even physically. If we can keep this connection and network alive, It will help us achieve the success we expect from ourselves. And this success reflects on the program and what it is about. So how do we keep this bond together? To start, I've tried to understand the glue that has kept us so close these past few years. I think our diversity and ability to push each other are the key ingredients. The accounting stereotypes of yesteryear are not present in the UT MPA program. We have people who have double majored here at UT and come from other programs with an array of different degrees. The people in our program run marathons, volunteer in the community, play kickball. We take extra MBA courses and do better than those MBAs. It is the diversity and the accomplishments in our lives outside of accounting that push each other and our whole program further. What's remarkable is that this pushing is not really competitive. Rather, when one of us has an achievement, it shows the others what we are capable of doing. I see people every day guiding and teaching others in areas where they have expertise. It would be easy for us to stay in touch with Facebook. I know this because I'm probably the poster child for stalk booking my friends from high school. Please do not be like I am with Facebook. Instead, understand that keeping up with each other requires two-way communication. While it is easy for us to text a congratulations through social media, it requires more commitment to talk with them before they make a future career decision. If we explore with a colleague their route to success, we may learn from their experience. This way, we can all be more successful. I want everyone to take a second to think about that special person in this program, the one who helped you at the hardest and the best times, the person who you always worked with in group projects or went to with questions because you felt they understood it all. Go to that person after graduation and thank them for their service, and make sure you stay in touch. Get advice from them when you need it, and continue to learn from what they have been doing. Paul and I want to thank you all. Without you, we would not be standing in front of you today. You believed in our success, encouraged us to pursue knowledge that aided our understanding in classes, helped during the recruitment process, and even helped point Paul in the direction of the tower when he needed it. Waiting for us just outside these doors are high expectations as we begin the next stage of our lives. Remember, we walk out these doors together as the proud and connected class of 2012. Thank you, and hook 'em.
Thank you, Paul and Ian. And now, the long-awaited moment has arrived. This is among my favorite parts. It is time to recognize, it is time to recognize our MPA graduates. Each student will receive a memento from the accounting department, as well as personal congratulations from Dean Gilligan, Professor Mills, and me. The university will mail diplomas to each graduate at a later date. Students who have earned one or both of the department's Scholastic Achievement Awards will also receive by mail a certificate of accomplishment signed by Professor Mills and me. These awards are the Dean's Award for Academic Excellence for students with an overall GPA of 3.8 or higher, and the Sommerfeld Scholar Award for students with a graduate accounting GPA of 3.8 or higher. Because these awards are based on GPA, it is not possible to identify the recipients until spring grades have been recorded by the university. MPA Career Consultant Vin Nguyen and Academic Advisor Jason Tassett will read each student's name. We will now recognize our MPA graduates.
Mullik Khan. Paul Nabhan. Aaron Parso. Helen Fu. Shell Yang. Olga Trofimova. Owen Worley. Ian Rathmel. David Adam Buckman Cortade. Jonathan Hirsch. Colin O'Donnell. Lauren Sloan. Stephanie Ann Happy. Melissa Hines. Caitlin Anthony. Faith Ann Pustmuller. Cynthia Carolina Zambrano Gonzalez. Samantha Raby. Criselda Michelle Macias Garcia. Caroline Verver. Nurit Ram. Claire Peel. Wei. We're happy to announce that Wei accepted a marriage proposal earlier at the MPA reception. Vivian Gao. Su Yi Yu. David Chow. Edna Ho-Woon Chan. Karen K. Favorito. Mayela Echeverria. Lindsay Burford. Jason Randall McDonald. Courtney Weiser. Jessica F. Heath. Kayla Marsh. Yolanda Hahn. Alvin Thomas. Justin Liao. Luke Trahan. Shelby Alshouse. Christina Brantley. Iloho Ovori. Chipo Nazira Masanga. Allison Cohn. Lisa Brown. Jennifer Robinson. Allison Gutenplan. Christina Marie Horta. Kristen Marie Smith. Ricardo Singer. Fabiola Lee. Juanita Jarinto. Angelina Chakra Susilo. David Liang. CJ Liu. Jillian Lee. Stephen Meineke. Danielle Bury. Samantha Galindo. Brian Chow. James Dobecca. Kareem Aridi. Sean Hoyle. Juan Buitrago. Charles Baker. Christopher Bonner. Ting Chu. Ellen Zhao. Jing Guo. Crystal Howe. Connie Chen. Christine Liu. Serene Chen. Stacy Korn. Kristen Alyssa Brown. Joanne Christine Lozano. Derek Hu. David Downing. Corey Luquito. Ruben Arturo Rodriguez Barron. Jose Alejandro Benavides Trevino. Patrick Hall. Samir Patwari. Yi Song. Annie Shu. Xiaoying Drao. Maisha Fennell. Elena Villarreal. Allison Baining. Elizabeth Rawson. Judy Shea. Stacy Chi Cheng. Christina Chi-Pei Liu. Victoria Yang. George William Abigail. Alexandra Barney. Natalie Juliette Vesti. Kayla Hansen. Nicole Reisman. Ann Stewart Horsley. Janelyn Guo. Craig Morgan. John Betcher. Sam Isaacs. Adam Bridgman. William McDonald. Gracie Winters. Ray Kiki. Daniel Joseph Webb. Christopher Lane.
Christopher Rosh. Michael Bricker. Alyssa Gate. Casey Oren. David Casso. Alicia Royster. Shauna Kristek. Tracy Lott. Parisha Elizadeh. Virginia Hajieva. Christina Mendez. Christina Bull. Essence Nance. Stephanie Varnhagen. Janice Kim. Yaena Kogar. Haewon Choi. Neil Brown. Jason Smith. Radha Patel. Noor El Sharif. Rashika Banerjee. Grover Sagar. Alex Berdines. Gregory Will. Lindsay Boswell. Amy Locke. Haley Knobloch. Mia Curtis. Madison Rutledge. Hillary Price. Francis Dellinger. Brittany McPartland. Courtney Hosea. Sarah Wellborn. Casey Marie Ryan. Sanchir Antabator. Madea Siddiqui. Hirsch Verma. Asen Pajwani. Evelyn Makar. Linnell Land. Matthew McCabe. Zachary Rabinovitz. Manuel Geronimo. Eming Ji. Rohan Sun. Henry Lee. Kawayan Haramiski. Sajjan Patel. Justin Thomas Lim. Samit Patel. Salahuddin El-Shachori. Azur Mohammed Sheikh. Jillian Marie Ship. Kimberly Renee Blair. Nathan Sowell. Amanda Christine Villarreal. Kevin Ramos. Kevin McGowan. John Stewart Graham. Brian Elliott Knodel. Michael Hayes. Brian Lee. Stephanie Quinn. Sandy Dong. Lulu Han. Amanda Gonzalez. Miles David Gilmore. Eric Jason Zhang. Hiya Chopra. Vanyak Reddy. Priscilla Zolesi. Daniel Matthew Brockman. Patrick Morris. Nicholas Jankowski. Michael Marks. Thomas Johnston. Anil Singh Koshar. John Colwell. Christopher Causey. Alfred William Lasher IV. James Worth. Michelle Pelicone. Ashley Bedsoe. Claire Sprock. Nick Saunders. Kevin Pringle. Muzna Adrabi. Ali Akil Lotia. Robert Antle. Ross Lehman. Michael Newman. Celeste Newton. Savannah Harrington. Wendell Hill Taylor III. Gavin Jolly. Andonis Gatapanis. Afshin Sataz. Adil Jamambavyev. Daniel Hawkins. Charlie Yuen. Scott Bigelow. Ashley Meredith Ross. Courtney Denise Solorzano. Carolyn Denise Solorzano. Jonathan Don. Christopher Thomas Buckholtz. Lisa B. Tran. John Ding Wing. Emily Wang. Yu Hui Zhen. Min Yao Wang. Mark Wu. Amanda Xu. Tiffany Wang. Linda Fu. Kevin Chu. Philip Matthew Rodella. Moon Young Oh. Joseph Stephen Lee. J. Philip Davis III. Logan Sane. John Rodella. Nicholas Coates. Mayan Pham. Nicholas Jamal Jones. Grant Oshesky. Kaylee Ann Waite. Chloe Chen. Frank Shia.
One of these graduates marched across the stage and said, "You're pretty perky." And so I thought that was pretty funny. Congratulations, MPA graduates. May you find as much personal fulfillment in your careers as I and the other members of the faculty have found in teaching you. We are so very pleased that so many spouses, parents, relatives, and friends joined us today to witness our recognition ceremony. You are the quiet heroes and indispensable partners in this grand enterprise. Graduates, please stand and join me in recognizing and thanking all these people who contributed to your success. Before adjourning, on behalf of the students and faculty, I would like to thank the entire staff of the Accounting Department and the MPA Program Office who assisted with this ceremony. I don't know where they are, but we can applaud them for that help. thank you all for attending the MPA Commencement Ceremony, which appropriately concludes with the Eyes of Texas, after which the faculty and then the graduates will first exit through the main entrance. We would like to ask that faculty and friends follow by exiting through the west doors opposite the stage out the vestibule. The passenger elevator outside the southwest entrance will be available for individuals with mobility impairments. Thank you for your cooperation. The Eyes of Texas just had its 109th anniversary, I saw on Jim Nykar's blog this week. And now to lead us in the Eyes of Texas, I introduce Professor Stephen J. Katchelmeyer, the Randall B. McDonald Chair in Accounting. Steve?
Please stand.
Thank you.